This is the MeteoMark Weather Show. It is a special update today. Today I'm going to cover what's going to happen next week. I've received many questions about this today and yesterday for that matter, and it seems like there is a lot of confusion. So I'm going to clarify some things and what exactly the models are indicating at this point. Right now a lot of this is too far out to tell, but I'm going to start showing you what the most likelihood scenario is, given the latest runs of the last couple model runs, mainly using the GFS and the Euro. Starting later this weekend into early next week, Monday, Tuesday time frame, we'll start to see a little bit of a trophy pattern continue to bring systems in across this Pacific Northwest corridor. But then we're going to start to see systems start dropping out of central Canada, meaning we'll start to get a little bit more of ridging out west, only slight, but we're going to start to see Alberta Clipper style systems. Now, I'm not exactly certain at this point if this can be called an Alberta Clipper. It really depends upon the particulars. But as this system moves southward down through the central Midwest, come late Monday, early Tuesday, and eventually down through the Ohio Valley towards early Wednesday and the Mid-Atlantic for later Wednesday into Thursday, eventually scooting off the coast by probably midnight on Thursday morning. This is the time frame where we're going to be looking at the possibility of a coastal system developing for next Thursday and Friday. And I hint at the key words potential, because the models are all over with this thing. Now, taking the most likelihood scenario, you can see across the northern tier, north of the low track, we have the likelihood of snow. Now, this is not going to be a blockbuster snow event, this initial type clipper. However, we will see some snow showers and periods of light snow, which could accumulate 1, maybe 2 inches at most. And we'll, in between that rain line, just around the low and south of it, in the green, and of course in between, we'll see that mixture. I'm not looking for a significant icing, not major sleet or freezing rain, but we could have periods of sleet mixed in at times. But I'm not looking for anything major. Now, the most interesting part of this comes later next week, when we could have the potential. Now I'm going to show you the scenario that the GFS is indicating right now. The GFS is indicating that the system, once this first system moves off the coast, any energy, lingering energy, could get entrained into this, developing off the coast of the Carolinas and heading northeastward, ejecting out to sea. The GFS is very progressive with the pattern and builds a very large ridge across the central portion of the United States. In fact, 1,046 millibar high pressure anchored right over the central portion of the country, pushing this system very far off the coast, so far that we don't get any snow along the east coast. So there it is, the GFS. That's of us right now. The Euro, on the other hand, just like the GFS, develops a system, but closer to the coastline. Frontogenesis starts closer to the coastline with the Euro, indicating that there'll be enough energy to initiate a closed low, unlike the GFS, which doesn't close the low until it gets further way out to sea, hence scooting quite quickly off the coast. The Euro, on the other hand, closes the low rapidly, intensifies it, and actually hugs the coast towards Delmarva and eventually New Jersey, and takes it either just inland near Rhode Island or just off the coast of Massachusetts by next Friday. Now, this scenario would spread a widespread significant snow accumulation inland across interior eastern Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and especially western and central New England. Now, eastern New England with that kind of track would be a little questionable because we might get more mixed precipitation, especially along the coastline here. So there is a lot to work out with these models, and I thought I would come on and clarify exactly what the scenarios are at this time out of the major model ensembles. Now, looking that far out, as we well know, looking at last winter, it's really difficult to tell exactly which model is going to be right this far out. So at this point, I think the most likelihood scenario that we can most models agree on is this very weak system pushing across the eastern portion or the Midwest and eventually the Mid-Atlantic come Sunday night all the way through Wednesday night, and then pushing off the coast early Thursday morning. That system looks very likely. However, it looks on the weak side, so we're not looking at anything significantly major. So at this point, I think it's safe to say that depending on what happens with that system and its energy, what exactly does this mean for the frontal genesis along this coastline to initiate a closed low pressure system? And will there be enough blocking in the North Atlantic here to actually push the system up the East Coast instead of zooming it out to sea with this high pressure, this significant high pressure that the GFS indicates? So that's what I'm looking at here at MeteoMark. I'm going to continue to watch this, and over the weekend, I think we will have a better indication of what's going to happen come later next week. That's going to do it here at MeteoMark. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark. Subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. Here's a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers in the Susquehanna region of upstate New York and the Susquehanna region of northeast Pennsylvania. I'm going to quickly zoom through this because we're getting into the weekend here. Take a look at this from your TGIF through the weekend. It's looking rather chilly, but mostly clear, even Saturday and Sunday. Here's where we get into some of the snow showers comes Monday night and Tuesday. We could see a dusting of snow, maybe a quarter, half an inch of snow, maybe up to an inch of snow. So we'll watch for that as we head on into the new work week. And off this extended forecast, I can't show you any indication of what's going to happen here in the Susquehanna region regarding any potential nor'easter. So stay tuned for that. That's going to do it here at MeteoMark.